Hey circus monkeys, Dr. Drake here with an Allen wrench fidget toy of 2026. Today I'm going to back up. I know I haven't posted a lot lately. I've had a lot going on. Well, we've had a lot going on in the show and in our lives. I have yet another book coming out soon. I'll get you the down low on that one soon enough. Also have another YouTube channel. I'll get you the intel on that too, in case you want to check it out. Now, I know it's been a while. It's been a while since I've told one of my growing up stories. You know, and I figured I would bring you a story of growing up at the stockyard today, circus monkeys. Now, I know a lot of you out there had pretty normal, humdrum, suburban, white bread lives. Okay? You grew up around a bunch of people that pretty much acted the same. You know, everybody was orderly, clean, efficient. You were taught to kind of do things one way and one way only. Well, I wasn't. I was raised at a flea market, in case you haven't seen any of my earlier storytime videos. I was raised at a flea market in eastern Kentucky called the Stockyard. Every weekend my parents took me out there. They would sell, and like eventually I ended up working for nearly everybody out there over the course of like 6 years, and then had my own booth selling things. So that's kind of where I became a hustler and a businessman. Well, today I wanted to tell you a funny story about one of these characters that just doesn't fit into the mold. Today I want to tell you a story of the Angry Hot Dog. Now, if any of you have ever been to a festival or a fair or a flea market or anything of the sort, I'm sure you've gone up to the, local grease joint, the local food booth, and ordered a hot dog. You know, you go up there like, what can I get you today? I want a chili dog. Coming right up, and they scoop out the chili on the hot dog. Here you go, $1, $2.50, $3, whatever, If you're, in some parts of the world, probably $6 or $8. But not at the stockyard. The stockyard had a different way of doing things. And I'm here to tell you the tale. To buy a hot dog at the stockyard, one had to steel your resolve before even approaching the food booth. You see, the owner of the stockyard, which remains nameless to this day, I don't want to mention any names because, some of the family's still around and kicking. The owner of the stockyard had realized that according to the labor laws of the time and place, you didn't have to pay family members to work for you. So he had press-ganged his entire family into working at the stockyard. And his mother-in-law was forced to work in the food booth, the shack that sold hot dogs, nachos, popcorn, sodas, candy bars. And so I'm guessing she wasn't thrilled about her excelsior position in the scheme of things. And if you wanted to buy a hot dog, you would come up to the window, and after several moments of trying very hard to ignore your presence, she would finally turn to the window and give you a look that said that you were intruding upon some very important business of hers and you were unwanted. After which the window would be slid open and you would get, "What do you want?" Not, "Can I help you?" Not, "What can I get you today?" It was, "What do you want?" "A chili dog, please." This was the moment where you were going to get one of the greatest shows at the stockyard. Upon ordering a chili dog, she would give you this look, this exasperated, disappointed look of... The bun would be wrenched from the package and slammed down onto a paper tray. Then she would grab her tongs, probably hadn't been washed since Carter was in office, and go fishing in the boiling water for a hot dog, a frankfurter, as though she were spear fishing. She would clamp on, slam it down into the bun, tongs go flying back onto the counter, and then the ladle would be dipped into the chili, and you would get a meager spoonful of chili drizzled over the hot dog, and you could tell by the way in which she did it that she was probably fantasizing about strangling you as she prepared your food. That done, the mustard, shunk, 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 spunk. Now your hot dog was ready, and she would hand it to you with all the grace of an angry person delivering a dead kitten to you. You would take the hot dog, and the next thing she would say was, $1. Give her the dollar. Have a nice day, miss. Shoof. Window closes, laying in wait for the next unwary person that wants a hot dog at the stockyard. You see, even buying a hot dog at the stockyard was entertaining. I'm sure it wasn't for this poor old lady who probably resented most of her clientele, but at least to most of the people purchasing their food from her, it was a gratifying experience. No. But to this day, and being a carny, setting up at carnivals and having a small traveling circus and going to festivals and fairs and flea markets over the course of my life, I have never since those days of yore bought or eaten such an angry hot dog. That's all I have for you today, circus monkeys. I hope you enjoyed the story of the angry hot dog. If you did, go down below, ring the bell, subscribe if you aren't already, leave some comments. Have you ever had angry food or an angry person bring you your food? Comment down below. And I promise that we're going to have some stuff coming in the near future. We've just been a little overtaxed in our lives, and it's been a struggle to get things done. So we're going to have some great content coming in the near future. We promise you that much. So until next time, circus monkeys, as always, see you down the road.